Hi everyone, welcome to Draw More for Kids. Now today's drawing that we're going to do is a panda. Okay, so looking at our page in portrait, going up and down, we're going to draw the panda's head around about here. We're going to give him a big wide body because we all know that pandas like to eat lots of bamboo and not do much exercise. So we're going to make him nice and rotund and wide. Rotund means wide. We're going to put him around about here on our page. So let's get started. Now his head has to kind of be not pointy, but rolled over at the top and then rolled under at the bottom. So the shape that I'm going to ask you to do comes, where am I going to start? Maybe I'll start at his chin. No, I think I'm going to start up his head. Alright, so we've got to give him a little bit of a bump up here, and then we have to come out at the side so he's got some big fat cheeks. It's going to come down for a little chin at the bottom. It's going to come wide again. I think I'm going a bit crooked. No, it's okay. I'm going to come back up and I'm going to join from this line because sometimes it just makes it a little bit easier when you stop your line and your arm can turn the other way. So that's where we join him up. So I guess if you wanted to look at this, it was probably like a bit of a triangle, but it's bumped down at the bottom and it's not quite pointy at the top. Anyway, that's about the shape that we need to have if we're going to make this panda look right. Now the next thing we want to do is give him some ears. So we're going to give him one ear here, and I'm going to try and get his ears the same size, but again it doesn't matter if we don't manage to do that. So there's his other ear. Now those ears are actually just going to get blackened out. At the end I'll blacken that out for you, and because we know that a panda's going to have a lot of black and white on him. They're his colours. The next thing I want to do is make him a fairly big nose down here. Now I'm going to go with this very similar kind of styled nose, the pointing down triangle, and I think that's probably about the size, but I might even make it a little bit bigger because if you make his nose a bit bigger, he'll look a little bit older. So I'm going to give him a bit of a wider and bigger nose, and there it is there. Now for his mouth, I actually just want you to come down here, although you can do whatever you like because this is your drawing. If you want to do it the same as me, you can come out and along like this, and then we're just going to kick it up at the sides there. Now we're going to try and make the same or similar, so we're going to come out on this side, and then we're going to kick it up at the side like that. Okay, so that makes him look a little bit smiley. Now the next thing is that we need to have, for a panda, we need to have fairly big eyes. So what we're going to do is give him his eyeballs first. So let's put one in there and one in there. Now you're all thinking, she just said give him big eyes and she gave him little eyes. Well, that's because I'm going to circle this eye and I'm making it wider longer down the bottom. And now that's given him his white spot. Now I'm going to have to come over here and do the same or similar. Come around, back up to the top to give him his white spot on this side. Now as well as that, a panda also has to have his big baggy black section of his eyes. So we're going to come close at the top, but we're going to drop it right down and come back around. And this is the part we're going to make black. Okay, so now you can see why I said he needs big eyes. We had to start little before we could get big. Alright, colour this bit in. Now I'm going to try and see if I can make the same size on the other side. So I think I want to come down to about here. I'm just going to hold my finger there so that I can see where I want to go. I'm going to come down and around, drop it to here. And now if these don't look exactly the same, that's okay because that gives your panda a bit of character as well. And the other thing is, if you started and you only came to here and then you looked at it and you thought, hold on a minute, he's got one big eye and one little eye. You could leave him like that, having those unusual characteristics, or you could continue to just add a little bit more and a little bit more until you got them to the right length, or the size that you're happy with. Okay, so never a mistake, just a creative adventure. Okay, so up the top here, we're going to try and give him, I'm just going to go around so I've made my line a little bit thicker, and that stops me from going outside the lines. That's a little bit of a trick. If you're trying to colour in and you want to go quickly, come up close first, and then you can go a little bit faster and you're not going to go outside the lines. Just hoping I don't go outside the lines on you now that I've said that, because sometimes that can happen. Alright, I'm just going to make that ear a little bit bigger there. Okay, so now on this, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to outline a little bit here, come around and thicken up this line so that I'll be able to go a little bit faster when I do my colouring in on the inside. And here we go. Okay, so now we've got him with his little black ears. Now you could also do his nose, and you can put his little reflection in there. I'm actually just going to leave this one. Oh, no, I'm not sure whether I should leave it or not. I think I'm going to leave it. I've got it in my other drawing and I've left it white, so I'm just going to leave it white for now. But of course you can come back and you can colour it in pink or blue or orange or red or whatever colour you'd like your little panda to have. All right, so I'm going to start up the top, and I'm going to come down, and I'm just going to drop a line all the way to the bottom, because remembering he's nice and rotund. Start at the top, we're going to come down and we're going to drop it all the way to the end. Now this has come right to the edge of my page, so it hasn't left me a real lot of room, but of course you know how we work at Draw More for Kids. You can put anything in the background that you like. You can decorate that with other shapes. You could go with a black and white theme, and you can put some black and white spots or bows or bamboo shoots, anything that you like in the background, and you can create a wonderful panda. Now, if you do a drawing for me, I'd love to see it. So hashtag Draw More for Kids or tag Draw More for Kids. You can also put your photos onto our Facebook page. And what I'd love you to do is to press that red button down the bottom that says subscribe, because that will let you know when I've done more videos. Also, press the like button, like. And if you'd like to make a comment, I'd love to hear what you have to say about our panda for today. Thanks for joining me. Bye.